Hey, we just want everyone to know we did a sound check today.
We did. For once, we're not going to walk out of here and an hour later say, shit, it didn't record.
Yeah, so our recording last week was different because we recorded 2 whole episodes, which it takes a long time,
It takes
guys.
a
It's
very long
like
time. It's
several
not an easy
hours, and
process.
guess what? The audio wasn't on.
Yep.
Yay!
And,
Yeah,
we find out, like, we don't even check before
no,
we leave.
we're so hyped. We're like, "Yay, we did it."
I text you on Sunday nights and go, oh my God, you're not going to believe.
And I was like, "What? Say it ain't so."
Honestly, you think we learn.
We don't.
I know. But we did it today. We did a sound check. We're totally prepared.
Welcome back. It's
Mhm.
Halloween today. I
It's
wish I had
Halloween.
been, like, a little in costume.
You know what?
Halloween's
We
my
didn't.
favorite. I
Is it?
know. It
My
is.
we were talking about this the other day. The kids and I, we were driving around and I was trying to understand people whose favorite holiday is Halloween. And what I
Oh,
mean by that is favorite holiday. I mean, like, your house is decorated on the outside like people decorate for Christmas.
yes, mine typically is.
And
This year is a little
legitimately,
off.
you're one of those people who was
Yeah.
like, Halloween is like my go-to.
You should see the inside
Why? What about Halloween?
because it matches my soul.
It brings out my witchy
No, you
side.
know what? I think for me, when I was growing up, it's not so much the case now, but I like hated Christmas.
Okay.
Hated
And
Christmas.
I think there's a lot of people who have certain
Yeah,
feelings about
so
holidays.
we've come a long way in that, but there was so much pressure, so much expectation. So I
Mhm.
think I lean towards holidays that like if you celebrate it, great. If you don't, no one gives a shit.
Mhm.
But also just like I love like a dark witchy vibe.
Oh.
Like I always love scary movies. I love reading like thrillers and creepy
Mm.
books. I'm into it. I think it does. It matches the bleakness of my soul.
This is your weekend.
I'm dark on the inside.
Meanwhile, my Christmas tree is going up tomorrow.
I know you told me that. That's
Just
crazy.
FYI.
It's crazy.
There will be Christmas trees and Christmas lights and red and green threw up all over my house. The new trend is to have like this particular type of nostalgia Christmas decor going on.
Oh,
Yeah, it has a name too, and it's very popular.
is
And of
that like
course,
an
I'm
old
messing it
wooden
up.
sled and some rusty ice skates?
Kind of like that.
Oh,
And I'm so excited about this trend because all my decorations are pretty much
or
from the 2000s, the 90s, the
vintage,
80s, and even further back.
some
So
80s tinsel
yeah.
somewhere.
So, like, if vintage Christmas is coming back, I am all about
You're
it because
here for it?
I'm already there. I've been
Yeah.
there. So I'm loving it.
I'm into Christmas now.
Yeah?
Yeah, I
Okay.
like Hallmark Christmas.
Yes.
I'm actually so Hallmark
Mhm.
does a big celebration. Their headquarters is in Kansas City. So they do a
I love
whole
that you know that.
Hallmark Christmas bonanza, like several weekends starting in November, I think mid-November.
Okay.
And they have all these activities like make your own snow globe, make your own ornament, meet the stars. There's like a
Are
snow
you
walk.
going to Kansas City?
Yes, I
Oh
am.
my God. When are you going?
December 18th.
That's amazing.
I know. And the person I'm going with, my family friend Jane, who listens to the podcast. Hi.
Hi, Jane.
She's like, we're getting matching pajamas.
Oh, you
We
have to
should
do
get
everything.
decor because they had themed rooms, but I guess I don't know if they were really expensive or what. But she was like, we should get decor, hang up some decor, window clings.
Oh my God. You know who's going to be so jealous of you? My mother.
I know. I
Nobody
thought
does.
about it after. I'm
Mom
like,
does
oh,
Hallmark Christmas 365
I
days of the year.
know. I was like, damn.
She will be jealous of you.
I know. I'm like, oh, I should have invited her.
Oh yeah, that's her jam. Hallmark.
You had to buy the tickets in June.
Wow.
I bought the tickets like literally the minute they went on sale.
We're gonna need a full recap.
I will give it to you.
You're gonna come back like a character from one of the things.
I hope so.
Like I'm changed. I'm now living in the 1970s. I have a
Yeah.
big old dress.
Did I move from the big city to the small town? Is there a small town business in trouble? The bakery needs to be saved. It can only be saved by the
The
multimillionaire.
town needed a therapist.
Yeah.
Decided to stay.
Yeah, I moved in and healed everyone's cold hearts.
Oh my God.
Oh, they should
that's
totally make
great.
us.
I love that you're doing that. That segues into our topic today. So our topic today is tiny habits that can change your overall wellness. So small habits you can start today to make some sort of dent in your overall mental wellness. Some of the things we're going to go through today, we'll talk about whether or not we do them collectively ourselves. There are things that we tell clients to do all the time. So these are free tips and very small changes. We did a whole episode on motivation
Mhm.
and how to make bigger changes and how to break big changes down into small action plans. So this is a little bit like that, but it's a much more quick tip version of how you can make those
Quick
little
tip. Is that like a Q-tip?
quick
Quick tip.
quick tip
Q-tip.
things that you can start doing now immediately tomorrow, and it would actually make some headway. So some of the myths before we lay down some of these things are that you need motivation to start a brand new habit, and we killed that when we did our episode
Dun,
on
dun, dun,
motivation.
dun,
Please feel
dun,
free to
dun,
go back
dun,
and listen
dun.
to that one. So we talked about how you do not need to wait for motivation to make any type of changes. So
No.
we're going to make some changes more quickly and start today. Another myth is that it takes 21 days to build a habit, which There are books that actually talk about that
Well,
and
I thought
plug
it was
that.
like 9 what was it? What I
Some
thought it
days, some
was
say 7 days, take 7 days for a habit. Some say 21.
I
There's
feel like they
different
just
books.
assign arbitrary numbers.
That's why
They're
it's a
like, "It's
myth.
that thing."
Like, there's no real research that says it's a specific. In fact, it could take one day to start a new habit. You could start a habit today
Mm,
and then be like, I love it so much. I'm doing it tomorrow and the next day and the next
yeah.
day. So it does not take a framework of time. It just takes the commitment to start today. Small habits don't make changes. And we're going to talk about ones today that will absolutely make changes and why. So that's a myth. Small changes actually do make big changes. So start small. And then I have to wait. This is my pet peeve. We've talked about this before. I go with the January 1st New Year's resolutions
Ugh.
that I have to wait for the right time to make a change. Like, I have to wait till I'm on vacation. I have to wait till I'm back from vacation. I have to wait till my kids are out of school. I have to wait till the kids go back to school.
You just keep adjusting the goalposts, you know?
Yes. And that drives me nuts because it
Yeah,
just keeps putting off the inevitable
yeah.
and it's unnecessary. So small changes can start right away.
Mhm.
All right, so let's get into them.
Yes.
We talked on one of the episodes about the big sigh. And so the big sigh is not necessarily the small step, but it is an example of taking a breath and learning how to take a breath throughout your day. And that is typically not necessarily like the meditative type of exercise. We're just talking about when things get overwhelming and stressed to take a breath. Just take a second and take that full breath in and that full breath out. And the joke we made was that I have this big sigh and it's very exaggerated and I do it all the time and it makes people in the room with me think something's wrong, but it's really just a relaxation technique to then
Mhm,
be able to
mhm.
move on to whatever the next thing is. So to initiate a big breath in and
Look,
a
we just did
big
it
old
together.
sigh. And sometimes you just feel it kind of come
Mhm,
off of you. And so the big sigh can actually help small change you can initiate right away.
mhm.
So I know we both do that one. Say one kind thing to yourself every day in the mirror.
I love me some me. That's what your husband
My
says.
husband does say, I love me some me. And
I
he
like that
really
one.
does.
I like that one. I'm gonna start saying that one.
You should.
I
That's what
love
you can
me
say in
some
the mirror
me.
every day.
I
I love me
love
some
me
me,
some
girl. I
me.
love me some me. Do you
Mhm.
do it? Do you take that second, look in the mirror at some point during the day, whether it be midday, morning, or in the evening, and say something positive about yourself? And this is specific. This isn't like a positive gratitude attribute. We'll talk about that in a minute, but this is an actual like me, myself, and I conversation.
Yeah, sometimes if I have, like, an evening alone, like last night, for example, I will literally have kind of, like, inner dialogue, and I'm like, "I'm excited to hang out with you tonight."
I love that.
And she's like, "Me too." Go, "You're great. You like to eat whatever I wanna eat. You like to watch whatever I wanna watch.
We are best friends.
Gosh,
You
I
speak my
love this."
language.
Yes.
I'm gonna have like a banner that drops down from my ceiling that says, "You look amazing."
"Girl, you fire."
Small changes. Remember small changes.
Okay, sorry.
All right. Before bed, list at least one thing that went right today.
Ooh, love that one.
Yes. And that's for anxiety as well as depressive thoughts. And that's something simple that you can start immediately, which is at the end of your night, instead of focusing on all the things I need to do tomorrow, all the things that could have gone better today, is I have to look back on my day and pick one thing specific to that day,
Mhm,
specific to today that actually went okay, went well,
mhm.
was good, was nice. Even if it was, hey, I had a terrible day. The only thing that went well today was that my commute wasn't terrible. There was no accident on my way to work. Okay, well, that was positive. My commute went well. So at least my Friday morning started out easy.
Mhm.
At least that's one thing. And so you're ending your night looking for a positive, which helps with sleep and helps with motivation for the next day.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. That leads us into gratitude journal. Do you do the gratitude journal?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I used to use a, like, very tiny, like, date book. That's
Yeah.
how I would do it
Okay.
for, like, years, and then I got, like, the line a day journal that's,
Yes.
like, it holds 5 years,
Mhm.
so I do it in there.
You're so good at that stuff.
Mhm.
I suck at journaling. We've talked about that. But so I'm a list maker, which I'm comfortable with because they're quick. And so, but what we do talk to people about in terms of gratitude journals or gratitude lists, if that's what you're going to do, because we want to keep it quick, is make sure that it is specific to the day. Sometimes people get lost in gratitude journals. So they're like, I'm thankful for my kids.
I'm grateful for my family.
Yes, I'm grateful to own my home. Like those are all wonderful things and you can be extremely grateful to those. But this is to get you mindfulnessly in touch with that day. So
Mhm.
it should be specific to that day and it can't be repeated every single day.
Yeah.
Where you're thankful for your kids' health every single day.
Mhm.
But that's not something you write in a gratitude journal. Your gratitude journal should be like, somebody showed me kindness today when I was at the grocery store, or I forgot my what is that little thing that you always bring to the grocery store, like your bonus card or whatever it is.
Oh,
You're like, I
yeah.
forgot my bonus card, and the person in front of me let me use theirs. That was really a wonderful
Girl,
thing.
no, then they get the points for the free turkey.
Better if I still got the
Put in
coupon,
your
the
phone
percentage
number.
off.
Can I use the store card?
You know that the cashier has them too, and sometimes they're really nice. They'll be like, "I'll give you mine. Hold on." So,
Girl, I think the store card is the cashier's card. She's getting like 10 free turkeys
as
because
she
she just,
should.
I know. She should get rewarded
People
for
are
her
mean
kindness.
waiting in those lines. So anything like that. So gratitude lists or journals are small things that you can start doing at the end of every night or the beginning of the next day if that's what you choose, but just keep them specific to the day.
Hmm.
Not go too big with them. All right. Worst first. So if you're somebody who is stressed, overwhelmed, having anxiety, one of the things that you can start doing with your mornings is to pick out whatever the worst thing I have to do today, I will do it first. And the reason we say that is because your anxiety will build the longer that you avoid that action, especially if it's something that has to get done that day. So all day long, you're like, I'm supposed to call the doctor. I never called for the doctor's appointment. Now it's noon. Ugh, I want to go to lunch, but I should make this doctor's appointment. It's going to take too long. I want to eat. And you push off, and then you don't do it. And we get frustrated. We get a little down, and our anxiety goes up for the next day. So if we do the worst thing we have to do for the day first, we are already lessening our anxiety and our stress level for the day.
Yeah.
I do that constantly.
Sometimes the worst first is just waking up.
Fair, fair.
You're like,
But
I
then you've
did it.
done it.
I opened my eyes.
You're like,
It's like the horror persists, but so do
yeah,
I.
right. Well, some people will say like the worst thing I have to do all day is go to work. I'm like, well, all
Well,
right,
you
but
did
let's
it.
do it. Once you're there, it is completed, right? Like
Hmm.
what you do when you're there is totally up to you and your boss, but you made it in the door. So you did the worst thing first.
Yeah.
So doing the worst first can actually help with stress and anxiety.
Mm.
How do you feel about this one? Make your bed.
Ooh, do you know what? I was actually saying to a client, that's my red flag indicator that like I might be entering into a depressive
Oh yeah.
episode because without fail, I make my bed. So if that is not done, that is a red flag. Like if I don't do anything else, I don't even leave my house, the bed is still made. It's not hard. You pull up the duvet, you shake it out,
Right.
it gets all the wrinklies out, and you put the pillows.
I love how you said duvet.
Do you not have a duvet?
You know my ass is saying comforter
Do you
every
know I was talking to your mom the other day and she was like, "What is a duvet?" I was like, "What?
and
How
the
do you
fact that
not know
she
what a
doesn't know.
duvet?" I know. I was shook. I was
Yeah.
shook.
My mom is like an amazing like homemaker,
Oh
interior
my
designer. She can
gosh.
make anything out of nothing. And yeah, she didn't
But
know
what
what.
do you have a comforter?
Yeah, I have a comforter,
Oh,
but we
okay.
just call it comforters.
Well, no,
Bougie. We call it a comforter.
the first time I understood what a duvet was when I went to my aunt's when I was in like high school and I was like, "Wow, this is miraculous because it's a down comforter
Mhm.
and then you get a duvet, which is basically a pillowcase with a zipper
Yeah.
for your blanket." I've never looked back.
I feel like
I
there
always
is a
have a
little
duvet.
income difference though between a comforter lifestyle and a duvet lifestyle. I
Not
have
really.
always been a comforter like no, because you technically have two then.
No, because the other one's just a pillowcase. It costs like $50.
Yeah, that's
Yeah, but here's the
okay. So
nice
you have one that's $50 and the other one that's
it's
another
very expensive.
$50. It's
Oh, no, down comforters are really expensive.
but I'm saying the first thing costs $50. That's
Yeah.
where some of us stop is the
Oh,
comforter.
just the no,
Yeah.
so I need because they down comforters, they have different, like, fills based on, like you get, like, high fill if it's, like, really cold, and then there's one for the summer that's, like, light fill, so there's something about,
Whole
like,
nother language she's
the
speaking to me
weight
right now.
of it that was comforting to me, but also, if you wanna switch up your whole vibe, you don't have to buy a whole new comforter. You just buy a new duvet.
Yeah.
I've done that multiple times. So it's actually an investment. I've had the same comforter for like 6 years, but I've had multiple duvets.
Well, the rest of us just have the comforter for 6 years and then we just get a new comforter. I'm telling you, there's lots of people who understand what I'm talking about.
There's lots of people that are fans of a duvet.
There are. I hear it all the time.
Here, just fluff it out.
I blame my mom, clearly, that I don't know about it because
You should.
she didn't know either.
I know.
But in terms of making your bed, proven.
Mhm.
That is a proven response to help with depression
Mhm.
more than anxiety, right?
Yep.
So making that bed, there is plenty of studies, and everybody can Google them and try to find them if they want, that talk about what your brain does in terms of processing when you walk by your bed and it's not made.
Yep.
So if it's noon and you walk by your bed and it's not made, there is just a visceral reaction you have. It's almost like a call to go back in it or a
Oh,
call to, yeah.
100%.
And
100%.
so one of the things for depression that helps is the minute that you step out of bed,
That's
make
what
it.
I do.
Yep. And all the pillows, everything good. Put that duvet back on. All
Mhm.
the pillows go back on.
And the little fancy pillows that you
Yes.
take off to go
Yep.
to sleep.
Yep. And it deters you from going back in. So it's really helpful with depression. So that's just a short thing you can start right away. Another thing in that line of fighting depression is if you are depressed and you need to get out of the house, put your shoes on. So I will tell people often, get dressed, go downstairs to your kitchen, make your breakfast,
Mm.
and put your sneakers on.
Okay.
Once you put those shoes on, you are more likely to get out of the house, right?
Yeah.
Most of us do not wear our shoes in our house or don't be
No, and then you're,
traipsing
like,
around.
wearing someone
Mhm.
else's shoes, and then you're wearing, like, a flip-flop with socks, and you're, like, waddling out
Yep.
there. You go, like, an
Yep.
ice skate on one foot,
Right.
like, your mom's like,
You're
"Come help me
falling.
unload
Oh
the
my God.
laundry."
Yep.
You got a roller skate on one foot, slipping
A
around
flip flop on one.
You're like, "I could've just taken the 2 seconds
Yeah, I would
off
just go
my
out there in
shoes."
socks at that point. Yeah. But we do know that if you are trying to get out of the house and you're depressed, there's a million reasons why you're going to tell yourself not to go out, to
Yeah.
stay in the house. And so we find if you put your shoes on, there is the possibility that you might get in that car, go run the errand, go walk outside, go meet your friend like you're supposed to. So
Mhm.
plan against staying in your house by putting those shoes on. Along those same lines, we know that walking, hopefully up to 15 minutes, but that will also be a very quick, short habit that you can start getting into that will have some sort of physiological changes that will help with mood.
And also, I would just plug, happy lights,
I do love
or they
happy
call
lights.
them sad lights.
Mhm.
Um,
Especially this time of year because we're gonna change those clocks.
yes, but
Seasonal affective
also
disorder
I
is a
think
thing.
right, so you have 2 things, like, you're inside more, so vitamin D, right, goes down, but also
Right.
we absorb vitamin D through our skin. In the summer,
Mhm.
there are more physical, right, just landscape areas on our body are exposed to absorb the sun. So in the winter, even if it is sunny, if I'm wearing this, where am I absorbing it?
Right.
So you're just absorbing less anyway. So that's why supplementing it with like a happy light in the
Mhm.
morning, and you can put it on and do your makeup. You can put it on and do
Yeah.
meditation. You don't have to just sit there and
Right.
you don't have to do that. That's weird
And
anyway.
you can get them anywhere now. I mean, I remember back in the day when we were first using them in therapy, they were difficult to get and they were super
I think
expensive.
mine was like $30 on Amazon.
Yeah, back in the day, they were like $150 to $190 when we first started using them. They were so expensive. They weren't easy to
It's
get.
so bright.
Now they're amazing. In fact, sometimes I'll recommend that clients get the alarm clocks. You ever had those? I
Yeah.
had it when I was in college.
So did I. That
Were
simulates like the
super
sunrise
nice.
and sunset.
Yeah.
Yeah. The sad lamp though, it's so bright. I also say it could like if you leave it next to your bed,
Mhm.
which I do, and it's like the size of an iPad, you could use it if you had an intruder. Because you turn that thing on, it will blind someone. If they are coming at you in the dark, it will blind them. It's like a
It's your
vampire light.
self-defense.
If vampires come,
I
just
love that you have that defense mechanism just in case.
I think about that stuff.
There's a vampire. You think about vampire apocalypse.
No, getting abducted. That's why I don't sleep like whoever's closest to the door. I don't
Mhm.
sleep closest to the door. I sleep furthest
You're
from the
like, you're
door.
gonna. So if
Yes.
we get a hotel room, I'm going next to the door. Is that,
Yes.
yeah? Okay.
Because then they'll get you first.
Well, they'll get you first anyway because you'll be wrapped up in a duvet. And
I
I'll just have
will.
my comforter.
They won't
They'll
even
be
see
like,
me, and I'll have my vampire light,
That's
and they'll run for the hills. I'll save us
You'll
both.
be like,
Don't
take
worry.
this, bitch.
Yeah.
I'm good. I got it. I see how it goes. All right, we talked about this. And if you need information on this, we did an entire episode on how to reframe negative thoughts.
Hmm.
But a short tip is to try to pick one negative thought a day and
Hmm.
reframe it or reshape it. So I do this all day. I don't know if you do this, but I think most people who are being mindful about negative thoughts are trying to do this. But if you hear a ruminating thought that comes throughout your day on a consistent basis, like, oh, my boss hates me,
Hmm.
my boss is always on me, my boss is never nice to me, you pick one of those thoughts out and you reframe it. My boss and I don't get along. My boss is not the favorite leader I've ever had. Um, my boss likes me sometimes. Sometimes they're nice to me. Sometimes they're not. So to reshape and reframe one negative thought will help
Hmm.
with that more positive mindset.
And we talked about this last time. You can also do facts on paper, like,
Hmm.
well, my boss gave me a Christmas gift
Right.
last year,
Mhm. My
so
review was good. Wasn't
right, I got a
terrible. Hmm.
bonus, right?
Yeah.
So facts on paper are X, Y, and Z.
Yeah. And so that will help with the overall mindset. Again, small change.
Mhm.
Here's your fave.
Woohoo.
Hydrate.
I need to be better at that. I don't know where my stand is.
You usually roll with that
I
thing. I don't
know.
need, yeah, where is it? Because you
Well, I
usually
need
have
a
that on you.
stand for home and a stand for the car. Well, I can get them now. Now they're on sale at like Marshall's for half price.
I am one of the people who hates water in terms of I just think it's boring.
Hmm.
But I found a way around it. So I do like the lemon in it and the little bit of the salt. So it's supposed to like make it.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So I do that. And
Throw in some cayenne and honey.
I should do that. You're right. I should do that. But then again, I feel like, God, I'm just adding everything so it's not water.
Pretty much.
But the lemon water for me, I can do. So I've increased that like a ton. So if anybody out there hates water like I do, throw some
But
lemon.
also seltzers.
I do love seltzers, but I feel like I'm cheating the water thing with the seltzers. No?
You're not.
Okay.
No, no, that's still water.
Okay. All right. Well, that counts as hydration. Then I'm thrilled. Yeah. So hydrate though, because it is a small change you can make to actually help both your body and your overall wellness.
It's
So
also a very tiny, easy act of self care. Like
yes. Yep.
hashtag health.
Yep. No, I agree. That's why I made the list.
Mm.
Take more stretches through your day.
Oh yeah.
Yes. We were just talking about our posture before we logged in because
Hmm.
again, mine is terrible and yours is so much better. But actually get up, especially for us, we sit all day, sometimes
Mhm.
hours and hours
Mhm.
and hours. So
Hip
to be
flexors. Yeah.
mindful, yeah, about getting up and moving and really stretching, like actually stretching out and getting up or going for a little bit of walk during the day, that's super important. And it's just a short, quick thing you can start to do in your day, but just make it a habit and then you'll start to see the improvement of it, much it actually helps, especially get through the day.
Yeah, I have a yoga mat and a foam roller in my
Oh,
office.
nice.
Yeah, so, like, in between, especially because, like, yeah, we sit all day, and so
Hmm.
it's like the hip flexors
Yeah.
really can start to go, but you can also do small ones, like unclench your jaw,
Oh, I
drop your shoulders 1 inch.
girl, me and my night guard all night, every night, we are like BFFs.
I have a
I
night guard
can
too.
go through a night guard because I don't get like the ones from the dental office. I just get the ones off of Amazon that
I do, and
basically
mine
look
doesn't
like a
fit anymore, it,
linebacker.
like, hurts my teeth because they must have shifted,
Oh,
so I
they
can't
do.
wear it anymore. It's, like,
Get the ones on
painful.
Amazon. They're great. And it's like it'll remind you of like middle school, sports where you just like drop it in the boiling water and then you mold it to your mouth.
Yeah,
But I can go, but it's so funny because you can see how quickly you're burning through them. Like my teeth will make holes in it within weeks. Like,
that's a
oh,
situation.
girl, it is like what happens, what I'm working through in the middle of the night, God only knows.
I don't
I
know.
don't know. My poor mouth guards are going through it. I look
I
like I'm about to fight somebody. All right. Clean up your personal space. And so what we mean by that is that actually means so many things. What we mean by that is if there's a particular place in your home that you spend a great deal of time in, organize it a little bit for yourself because we do know that there's research about clutter and how our brain then visualizes what's happening and how
Mhm,
stressful we feel in clutter.
mhm,
So, although we're tired and we're overwhelmed and we don't really have a lot of time to put into all those little things, if
mhm.
there's a room in your house where you like to detox and spend time in and it brings you peace, clean it up a little bit. Make it a little nicer than it was when you walked in so that it calms your brain and you can enjoy and relax a little bit more in
Yeah, I think that's, like, one little thing like, I can't go to sleep if there's dishes in the sink, it
there.
drives me insane.
Yeah,
Because
I
then
can't
if I
because I
wake up in
can't
the
wake up to a
morning, I'm
messy
like,
kitchen.
"This just says so
Oh,
much about
yeah.
who I am as a person."
I just can't start my day with things to do already.
I
If I walk in the
know,
kitchen and you're like, oh my God,
I
I got to do
know,
this.
I'm already stressed out.
Yes. Yeah. No. Again, small change. Just whatever personal space you find makes you feel calmer. Clean it up a little.
Yeah, I always love
Make it
wiping down
nice.
the counters of the
Hmm.
kitchen, and it's good to go,
Yep.
it's
A little
ready.
candle lit for me. A
Oh,
candle
girl,
lit.
just,
If you're
nothing
listening and you didn't
like
just
a
see our
candle.
faces when we did the
Do you know if I'm not staying at my house, if there's any time period of time
yeah,
I'm not staying at my house, do you know I will take a candle from my home with me?
sure thing. Why not?
And I will light it. Oh, that's one of my things. We're gonna
What?
go over it in another episode we're gonna record today, of like rituals. We'll talk about that
Okay.
later, and we'll talk about the
Yeah.
candles.
I love my electric one now, the ones that you plug in and they're like a
Yeah, because
lamp.
it never goes. The wax never
Oh
goes
my
down.
God, it lasts. If you want to be frugal, get one of those electric lamp candle burners from Amazon or
Mm-hmm.
Target, wherever it is you want to shop. But the candle will last forever because the scent will still be great. And it gives off an extra light for the lamp and it has a little timer and you never have to worry about like
Yeah,
burning the house down. It's great for like teenagers' rooms. Yeah, it's amazing.
yeah,
Love it.
yeah. I've told people that.
Yeah.
But also two fun facts. One, if the smell starts to go and you get those essential oils, which I
Oh,
have for
just
the
drop them in.
office, you just drop them in. Or if you were like, I do not have a white elephant gift, you just take that candle that has maybe one sniff left in it. You put the lid on because it doesn't look like it was lit. You give it to someone you don't like.
I'll be double checking the gifts from you this year.
I give you nice gifts.
Too. You're a great gift giver. All right. Let's see. We're going to wrap these up with two last ones. So we've been talking about this a lot. I think this is going to be in every single mental wellness thing we talk about was to decrease your screen time. And that is, I don't know how every conversation every day somehow in therapy is revolving around people's screen time
Hmm.
and their stress level and their inability to calm down and feel better and feel hopeful. So decrease that screen time. I've been
Hmm.
telling you, I've been doing it myself. I took myself off of TikTok for a little. I mean, I post for us. So if you're out there and you're watching TikTok, check us out on TikTok because I am posting
Please.
there, and I will answer any comments on there. But I have been decreasing
Proud
my
of
social
you.
media.
I'm really proud of you.
Yeah.
I know that was hard.
Yeah,
It
it's
had
my
you
only
like in
little
a
thing. Yeah, it's
chokehold.
my only little thing at night that I would do, and I was on a really good side of TikTok where it was just funny stuff, but still I
It
was
can
like, "This
suck
is
you
a
in.
time sucker." So I started doing other things with the time, and I actually don't regret it. So we follow our own advice here. So
We do,
decrease that
even though
screen
it's
time.
hard.
I know. And last but not least, and I think I struggle with this. I don't know if you struggle with this. I know a lot of people do, but a consistent bedtime and wake time.
Oh,
I
yeah.
know, it's really hard, and all the research shows that this is so important, and yet it is so difficult to do. The wake time, I don't struggle as much with
Yeah.
because work and all those
Yeah.
things, but the bedtime, I think it's because
Oh,
once you
yeah.
finally get, like, some alone time or some personal time, there's, like, a million things you wanna be doing, whether it's looking something up, buying something, reading something, scrolling on TikTok, scrolling on your social media. And then the next thing you know, it's like midnight and you're like, I'm going to pay for this tomorrow.
Have you ever heard of revenge procrastination?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So that's kind of what will happen.
Yeah.
But I think that happens for people that are like, I didn't have enough time between work and when I have to go back there. And
Right.
so screw you, future me.
Yeah. I think the morning time people are more susceptible to doing. And I think they're doing a really good job. I know there's a lot of people that I talk to. They're like, yeah, I'm trying to get up like a half hour before anybody else in my house gets up. Or
Right? It's
yeah,
glorious.
and it's great. And that if you haven't tried it yet, that's a small change. Just get up before your household gets up.
Mhm.
And it really is helpful and kind of resets your mind frame for the day. But it's yeah, it's that nighttime. We're all just trying to squeeze a little bit more personal time, I
Yep.
think, out of the
Yep.
day. And so that bedtime is hard. But if you can
Yeah.
hone it in, do it. That's a small change that will actually be better. So I hope we gave you some small tips and small changes that you can start today that will help your overall wellness and mental health.
Yeah. You don't have to wait till January 1st.
Please don't. We're anti that whole idea. So please don't do
It's
that.
terrible. All right, guys. Until next time, stay nearly normal.